I was stranded and alone at the base of the escarpment. After traveling through Nandi Hills and spending an amazing time at Kapsimoto Gardens, I decided to drive down the escarpment towards Kisumu County. The sketchy and almost non-existent road led to a major mechanical breakdown. And after a few hours of bush mechanics, I was back on the road, driving along the escarpment towards Kisumu. This is the Nandi Escarpment. It's 7:40. The sun is coming up nicely. I am preparing everything, just setting up, and then prepare breakfast before I leave. So I'll be leaving at around 9, and I'll be going down the escarpment on that side, the Nandi Escarpment. Good morning. I just woke up to a sunny and clear day. And with the sound of nature as my background noise, I quickly packed up my stuff before preparing breakfast. Today's breakfast was simple: coffee, some scrambled egg, and some mandazi I carried. As I made this turn, I was a bit nervous. The only information I had on the road going down the escarpment was a line on the map. Satellite views showed that it was very steep and unused. So, yeah, I was in for a challenge. At this point, I almost went down the wrong road, but my instincts quickly kicked in. After reconfirming my route on the map, I was back on track. The cameras don't do justice to this place. You have to be here to see how massive these escarpments are and how far down they go. It leaves you feeling some type of way. I am parked right there, and this is my view. Down on the other side is Kisumu County. So my plan is to go down all the way to that road and then go along the escarpment and then go up on the other side. It looks like it's mostly a bike route. Might not be used by other vehicles, but I will go down. Anyway, I asked some men back there, and they say it should be possible all the way down to the bottom of the escarpment. As I made my way down, I kept holding my breath. My friend here was engine braking. I put the car in low range and let it slowly roll down the hill on its own. Halfway down the escarpments, the road kept getting worse and worse, and it soon disappeared into a thin path.
Aha, sabi. Tapi tahu kita rumkan. Ya. Namanya ini, umefika hapa chini. Hey, hata pikipiki na yani hii side na nini inashika. Lakini utaona.
This video is sponsored by Ultra Unique Motors. Every road trip has a story. Maybe it's the family weekend you've been planning for months. Or that quiet morning drive where it's just you and the open road. The Volvo XC90 is built for those moments. Comfortable, powerful, and effortlessly stylish. Ultra Unique Motors does not just sell cars. They help you find the one that fits your life. Whether it's the XC90, the sleek Kadudu, or the rugged SUV for your off-road lifestyle. Looking for something rare? Ultra Unique Motors will do the import for you. Do you need flexible ownership? Financing is available, tailored for your journey and your income. Ultra Unique Motors has a car for everyone. Call or WhatsApp the number on your screen and get yourself one. Seeing how narrow the road was getting, I decided to go ahead and investigate. On asking the local man, he said the road actually exists, it's just the overgrown bush that is the main problem. So this is my current situation. I'm going down a death road and it's on an escarpment. So I just came down the escarpment from that side. And also, this side is a steep escarpment down that way. I was finally at the base of the escarpment. I thought I was in the clear until I heard the snap, but I was not sure what it was, so I kept going forward. And at the end of the road, I tried turning to the left, and nothing. The car kept going straight. Turns out, I had broken part of the steering mechanism. It's in moments like this that you really learn to be self-sufficient. I quickly identified the problem and turned into a bush mechanic. So it's 10 a.m., 10:30. I made it down the escarpment. I came down from up on that side, somewhere there. I came down from up there and went all the way around until I got here. That is where I got some instructions, like to just go slowly down the road. This is a very steep escarpment. Don't underestimate that. And it's pretty cool. So this is the problem. So the steering rack has these connecting points, and all of them broke. And I think just this one opened up. So I'll just see if I can get this back in and just use this one and see if I have another bolt that has the same thread, and put it in there on one of the holes. And then after that I will I think I'll go to Kisumu to get an extra set of bolts just to use that. But yeah, this is the current situation. Still at the base of the escarpment. I've managed to get this aligned and gone back in a little bit. So I'll start threading in the bolt, see if it will work. I'll first find another bolt that looks like that. That looks like this. So I do not have another bolt, so I'll see if this wheel stud can fit in there, just to hold it for now. Yeah, now that I think about it, this will not work because I need a way to hold this. So let me just see if I can find a bolt. A local boda rider was passing by and he said he will be back in an hour or two. So I sent him to get me an extra bolt if he could find one. So I'm trying to modify this bolt so it can be grippable, so I can close it. So I'll just cut out a few sides. As I waited for the boda guy, I worked on my options. So I have an edge that I can use while closing it up. I need to cut 2 more edges, so I'll cut it into a triangle kind of shape. So I've cut it down on 3 edges, and now it can fit a spanner right there. So I should be able to use this to close it down. So the guy just brought me this. It should work in place of this for now. It should hold until I get to Kisumu. So the hole here is a bit stripped out. So I'm going to use some copper wires to just help hold everything in. So we have this tiny copper wire.
After a few DIYs, I finally had it sufficiently fixed and got the car back on 4 wheels. I was lucky to have finally finished, because as soon as I started moving, the rain started descending from the hills above.
I managed to do a temporary fix on the situation. So right now I'm going to drive probably to Kisumu, or if I get a mechanic earlier, I can just try to fix it over there and then continue with the adventure.
I made it down the Nandi Escarpment. This is the Nyando sugar belt. This region grows a large amount of sugarcane consumed in Kenya. On this side, the escarpment takes up a new name, the Nyando Escarpment, representing the Luo community who live down here. The valley it forms is called the Kavirondo Rift Valley, which stretches all the way from Londiani to Lake Victoria, carrying the Nyando River through its heart. The Luo had a name for the Nandi who lived up on the heights of the escarpments, Jalango, the people of the hills. This escarpment was not just land, it was a boundary, a line of tension shaping history and battles. And from those battles rose one of the greatest legends ever told, the story of Luanda Magere. They say he lived in the 1700s, Luanda Magere, the warrior made of stone. In the war between the Nandi and the Luo, no spear could cut him, no arrow could touch him. When he stepped into the battlefield, he was unstoppable, like a wall that moved. His enemies feared even his name. He was thunder. He was victory. But strength wasn't what brought him down. The Nandi sent a spy, a woman, cunning, seductive, irresistible. And in his home she discovered his secret. His life was not in his body. His life was in his shadow. And when the drums of war sounded again, the Nandi did not waste their time. They did not waste their spears on the skin of stone. No, this time, their eyes hunted for the secret. They drove their blades into the shadow that clung beneath his feet. And in that moment, the great Luanda staggered, roared like thunder, and fell, never to rise again. But Luanda Magere did not just die. His body turned into rock, standing there to this day, a reminder that even the strongest can fall, and that the legends don't really disappear. That was Luanda Magere, the warrior of stone with the shadow that bled, and to his community, the hero eternal. After making my way through Chemase, I made it to Kipigori, where I found a roadside mechanic who helped me fix the car and put in the extra bolts. The plan was to go back up the escarpment somewhere there, and then come back down there, and then go up again somewhere up ahead. But I don't think that will work right now. Yeah, I think I will head somewhere near Kisumu and stay there for the night. I'm headed that way. I'm headed towards Mamboleo. I think Mamboleo. The plan was to go up that escarpment somewhere up ahead and go to that rock. See that? That is Nandi rock. So the plan was to go up this escarpment somewhere and go up that rock. But now plans have changed. It's getting dark and I don't think I will get up that escarpment before dark and find a place to camp. So I will go to Mamboleo near Kisumu and stay there for the night and then come back this way in the morning. After a stop along the way, I decided to inspect one of the roads that I could use to get back up the escarpment. This is a view down towards Kisumu, with some heavy rainfall in the distance. That silver line right there, that is Lake Victoria. After coming down from the crazy hills and escarpments of Nandi, it's very interesting to see how flat this entire region is. Like, you shouldn't be able to see that far. I made my way to Kisumu and I found a small lodge where I could stay for the night. But as I drive into the sunset, I'll say, check out Ultra Unique Motors for the best deals on cars. That's it for today. Thanks a lot for watching and I'll see you around.